Hey everyone, and welcome back to Esther, ST. I hope that you are doing very well. I'm glad to say that there is some good sun as of now, hoping that it will remain this way for the remaining month of July. But regardless, I'm hoping that you are enjoying 2024 so far as a whole. In today's video, I want to talk about real life happening outside social media. There is life outside of what we see online. And I remember doing a video in the past about healthy social media breaks. And if you haven't taken the time to listen to it, I'm going to definitely link it down in the description bar below and above for you to watch in your own time. Now, when I speak about real life happening outside social media, it speaks for itself. We wake up in the morning, we get ourselves ready for work, for business. We come home, we cook, we relax, we chill, we pray, we sleep, depending on the routine you have, of course. But real life truly isn't about what you post online, it's about what you do offline. Now, it would be quite uncomfortable to record every single aspect of your life, from waking up in the morning to bathing and allowing people to see what you're doing. You wouldn't really want that. But real life truly happens when you are offline. And the beauty of being offline is that you enjoy being in the present moment. When it comes to real life, you have to ask yourself, is it everything that you want to post for people to see? Do you always want people to see your whereabouts and where you're going? A dear friend of mine spoke to me about the fact that when she does business or when she's out with friends, she doesn't necessarily post exactly where she is at that specific moment in time. Why? Because anyone could find her and want to meet up. You just don't know who is out there. You don't know if someone is trying to pre you or target you. And that's one of the things that we must understand is where we're going. You don't need to necessarily put the location specifically where you are based. So for example, if I decide to go to dinner on Friday, I will record content and post it on Saturday evening. So people will think that I'm actually out on Saturday, but I was out on Friday. Why? Because I want to be present with that person I'm going out with. I don't want to be eating my food and holding my phone at the same time recording. And also, it's been said that it is quite disrespectful having your phone on you when you are eating out, on a date, meeting up with friends. You just want to be present with that person. And there's no better time right now than to be present with your loved ones. And being present with your loved one is about arranging time to meet them, going out, being intentional about deepening your friendship, your relationship, and being honest with each other and talking about real life. Most times what we see online are only just ways that we want to cover up what we're truly going through. And most times if we're honest with ourselves, we will say, life can be difficult, or I'm going through a challenging moment at this time, but it is not the end. I'm so grateful that I don't need to rant on social media. Social media is not a place for me to talk about all my business, but it is a place for me to bring encouragement. And that's one of the reasons why I encourage us to take time offline, to unwind, to rest. My previous video about resting and unwinding is so important, and I'm going to also link that video into the description bar as well. When was the last time we truly took rest and we were able to unwind from the busyness of life? It's so important that we remember this, that every day we don't wake up thinking about social media and what other people are doing. People are doing what they need to do. This is not to say that one is against social media. There are some great things that you can find online. Great content that is very encouraging, motivational, inspirational. And in particular, as business owners, we need to be mindful that social media is a great platform to share what you do so that people can find what you do and invest in what you do. And you are also providing value and a service to others, but not at the detriment of you trying to be in control and sharing your whole life online, especially when you are not fully comfortable sharing certain things. There is a time and season for everything. There's a time to play, there's a time to rest. There's a time to speak, there's a time to be quiet. And it is so important that we take adherence to this so that we don't become overwhelmed. One of my dear friends took roughly 6 months off Instagram, and when she came back, she felt so refreshed. Another friend of mine has been off social media coming up to a year, and that has been very encouraging. And all she's using is just one app and offline email marketing. Again, for business owners, email marketing is essential. But even if you do have a business and you want that one-to-one opportunity with clients and customers and B2Bs, there are ways that you can go about it offline as well. There's no need to feel pressure as a business to be online all the time. Most times it's nice to be silent and let people wonder, oh, what's going on? And when you are offline and you take the time to do life, it's easy for people to assume that something is wrong. Or when someone isn't posting as regularly, maybe that person just needs time to hibernate, to be themselves, to work on areas that they need to improve. Other times it's not that anything is wrong. They just want to be present with their loved ones. And I'm sure you may know influencers in the past that were really popular, and they still are, but maybe they need time to unwind. Maybe they need time to rest. Maybe changes have happened. Maybe they've gotten married. Maybe they're having children. Maybe they're traveling. Maybe they've moved abroad. We never know what people are going through. But our focus should never be on anyone when it comes to going on social media and trying to pre-people's content at the detriment of comparing yourself to them. That's not healthy, and it's not fair on you or those around you. We can be inspired by those who are influential. We can take courage to say, if they can step into their purpose and their destiny, I know I can too in my own lane. Not to look at someone and then feel the need to compete. Because you've got a nice car, I'm going to also get a nice car. Because you've had a grand wedding, I'm also going to have a grandier wedding. You need to be humble. Social media is not something that you need to invest in on a daily basis. It's just a platform. It doesn't define who you are. Yes, it is important for certain things, but it should never make you change who you are. And these are some of the reasons why I really love certain people who are very good at self-control when it comes to social media. You will never know that they're having such fun because they can either directly speak to me about what they're doing, or they can record content on their phone and they've got that for when they need to watch it in their own time, to reminisce. Or perhaps when you go on holiday, there's that temptation to put everything online. The first thing that you have to even pray for is you get to the country you're going to on time and safely. It's one thing to take a picture of your passport and something happens and you may not be able to go to that holiday anymore. And that's what we don't want. No one likes embarrassment. So putting something out there online prematurely and it not happening can be painful. And that's why I say that real life happens outside social media. And we know that people follow and unfollow all the time. If you really want to enjoy your life, give yourself a couple of weeks to months and come off those social platforms and see how much peace you will get. You're more able to focus. I remember a few years down the line when I was dating my husband, I was very intentional about taking off weeks upon weeks from social media and having time with myself to work on myself and to spend quality time with him to also get to know who I am, rather than having to post everything online. And I do say this a lot, especially in our book series. We've actually got 2 left after this month. So if you haven't been to any of our series, I encourage you to join us. And I talk about the beauty of not putting things out there prematurely. And that also includes dating. If you're getting to know someone and you put someone up so early and it doesn't materialize, again, that will be painful. Some people, they may not feel it, but if you're someone that is constantly on the go, showing every aspect of your life, it will feel very painful and you will wonder, why did I use social media in the first place? Why did I portray myself like this? Why did I put my life on the line like this? And deep down, whether you want to admit it or not, it will hurt. Nobody will see those tears that you cry when you're in your room. But it takes an honest person to truly admit when they've done wrong, or when perhaps they've gone ahead of themselves and they haven't taken the time to wonder, if I do this, what can this actually result to? If I make this post about this other person, what can it actually do to my reputation? Even comments these days on social media is very important. Screenshots can be made, and you can't deny what you said if there is evidence that you did say it. You might be able to change your name on social media, but people will still know that you are the one if they're following you. We have to be so intentional about what we put online. If it's not encouraging, don't speak. There's a saying in primary school, and I'm sure the majority of us may know it, but if not, it says, if you don't have anything kind to say, don't say anything at all. Or if you don't have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all. And it speaks up till now. Because words have power. And we have to be really intentional about what we say out there, even our own opinions. Some people may want to ask for your perspective about certain topics, but you need to be discerning and know when you need to jump in and when you need to move away. Because even though you might be saying something that is genuine, you don't know how other people will see it. And I'm not saying that we're here to please people, because we are not. We can never please anyone. And social media is not about pleasing people. Your life offline is greater than coming online and posting certain reels to make your life look good. But the thing is, are you really having a good life offline? Are you really enjoying your quality time with your loved ones, your family, your friends, your community? Are you taking the time to meet up with people? Not just texting or FaceTime or voice note, but are you actually taking the time to meet up or hosting people at your home? For those who can, of course. When was the last time you were open enough to let people in your home? And I'm not saying that you have to bring everyone, but those who you feel led to share your home to, because your home indeed is your sanctuary. Just like your life offline is a vital sanctuary to you as you are becoming. And I really encourage you to not feel worried about what other people are doing or feeling that you're missing out because you're not posting. The pressure is on when you open up your mind to think that you are behind. People are only doing what they need to do. And if they have that lifestyle that they want to do certain things, that's on them. It has nothing to do with who you are as an individual. And you are not missing out on anything in this life. When you see someone doing well, you celebrate them. You don't start to look at yourself and think, why am I not where other people are? And if that has been you, I encourage you to enjoy your life offline social media. Don't keep coming on and triggering yourself and putting yourself in a place of toxic comparison, wondering why your life isn't where it ought to be. And that's why being in the present is so important, and not worrying or thinking that you are behind. Just because people post online, it doesn't mean that they're actually having the life that they post. And even though people post online, it could also be for certain reasons. Maybe they want to testify about what God has done in their life. They want to give that testimony of what has happened. Some people have been through a lot, and that's their way of encouraging people. It's all about perspective. And some other people, they come online because they may not feel good offline, so they want approval from online platforms. And this is where I'm talking about, is that approval, that external validation, when you need to work on the internal first. Because if you don't love who you are privately, it will be very difficult to seek validation externally. The best love you can give yourself is internal validation, knowing who you are offline. Not everything needs to be seen. Not everything needs to be spoken of. Most times it's good to keep things sacred and private until it's manifested. And that's when people can truly testify and celebrate with you, because the results are now tangible and the outcome has been fulfilled. And that is what we want. Living a life that you don't have is only deceptive to you. Living a life that you truly don't yet have is something that you can work on behind the scenes. If you want to get to a certain level in life, and that could be anything from peace, financial wellness, health, community, friendships, you need to work on your internals first. You need to ask yourself, how am I around myself? Do I love myself? And not in a vain way, but am I confident when I'm not on social media? Do I have to keep telling people what I'm doing? Rather, can I promote content that isn't about me, but it's about me serving others? Can I give back value to people through the services that we have provided our clients, for example? Or someone testifying about their health improving? Or focusing on well-being workshops and seminars to help people's mental well-being? And I encourage you again, there's more life to enjoy outside of social media. And that starts with embracing you. And over to you. What do you think about social media in this 21st century? How consistent are you in using it, if you are using it? And if you're not using it, what are you doing that is encouraging you to enjoy your life? So it'll be great to hear your views below in the comments section. And I look forward to getting back to you all very shortly. In the meantime, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to see more video content like this. Many thanks and look forward to seeing you in the upcoming video. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.